In a previous video, we discussed 350Z, which is an awesome car for the money. These days, you can pick one up for practically nothing, and you get a big engine, rear-wheel drive drift machine for that money. But today, we are looking at its replacement. How does it compare? And how good is it as a front-engine sports car? The concept is the same as the 350Z. We have a big 6-cylinder engine in the front, put to the ground through a rear-wheel drive drivetrain. And like the 350Z, don't go for the base, because trust me, you want the LSD. And the base doesn't have the LSD, so just make sure you at least have the sport. You don't have to go all the way out to the sport touring or the Nismo, but make sure you just get the sport at least. Because after you buy them, to put an LSD in a base, it's quite expensive. Yeah. Now what makes a sports car good? Well, you want a good engine paired with a good gearbox and a fun overall driving experience. So let's start with the engine. The 370Z is powered by a 3.7 litre V6 that produced 332 horsepower, and that's all motor. No turbochargers, no fuss. You can get it in a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed auto. I do think the manual is better, but I drive an auto, so I'm a hypocrite. You don't have to listen to me. The engine is very responsive, and it does what you want to when you want to do it. I don't know if I'm making sense. For instance, if you put your foot flat in some turbocharged cars, it's almost like it's making sure if you really want to go fast, and then it's like, okay, this dude is in a hurry, let's go. Where the 370 is like, it just responds nice and fast. You put your foot flat and the engine's like, let's go bruv, and then it just goes. Yeah, great explanation, eh? And because it's a V6, it doesn't sound bad, especially if you throw on a good exhaust. So do it. If you own one, just put on an exhaust and do a nice intake so the car can sound the way it was meant to sound. Next, the gearbox. The manual is easy to get used to and is more than drivable around town. The clutch is a bit stiffer than your everyday car, but it's a sports car, so you don't really expect anything less. The gears feel great for acceleration and isn't too bad in the corners. The car is a lot of fun, but she is a little heavy at 1.5 tons, so she does feel a bit less agile than your other JDM sports cars like the GT86 and the Supra and that, but it's for the money you're getting a lot of car. The sport model will set you back around 35k, brand new, off the lot, and for that you get a huge V6, a 5-second 0 to 60 and a 13.3 second quarter mile, which really isn't bad. I mean the GT86, remember the car I bashed on in this video? Yeah, good times. The 86 is about 30k and you get like fuck all power and even less torque. But I'm just joking. The 86 isn't that bad of a car. It's just a fun car to bash on. But you do get my point. For 5 grand on top of the 86, you get a 3.7 litre V6 that produces a lot of power and a good amount of torque. And it's just like 5k more. And I mean, the other competition for this car, if you think, is the Supra. And the Supra is faster than the 370. It's quite a bit faster. It's like, I think a Supra 0 to 60 is 3.9 seconds. This is 5 seconds. Yeah, I think it's 5.1 seconds 0 to 60. But it's like $10,000 cheaper. And it doesn't make a lot less power. I think the Supra makes what, 380? This makes 330. It's quite close. And it's a lot cheaper. So it's really not a bad car for the price, if you understand what I mean. But here's the question, and remember, I like modifying cars. So how good is the 370Z if you like modifying cars, like me? The answer is yes. You get some awesome looking cold air intake upgrades for this car. And like I said before, you want this car to sound like it was meant to sound. So what you need to do is get a nice exhaust, headers, test pipes. If you're not sure what test pipes is, this is how you bypass the cats on these cars. And when you put it on, the car's going to be loud. And after all of those upgrades to make the car insanely loud, which is a good thing and don't let anybody tell you different, it's a naturally aspirated 3.7 litre V6 that will sound awesome and drive really well. But more power is always good. You can never have too much power. So what I think you should do is get a turbo kit. Now yes, a turbo kit will make the engine a bit less responsive, but on stock internals you can get close to 500 rear wheel horsepower. 500 horsepower on the wheels, that's not bad at all. I mean, if you think like an M4, that's got like 400 and something horsepower on the crank. So you'll drop cars that cost a lot more money, and it's just cool. And there's another option. Let's say you've got proper deep pockets, like you've got a lot of money. Fast intentions have a 1000 horsepower stage 3 turbo kit, which is the same kit Chris Forsberg runs. You know this 370Z? Yeah, obviously you'll need a ton of supporting mods as well as building the motor. The stock internals won't handle that power and neither will the fueling, but that's why I said if you have a lot of money. If you've got the money, you can make this thing a true monster. So in conclusion, the 370Z is a really good value for money car. If you just want a nice sports car and if you like changing things, it's still a great car. It has a huge aftermarket scene and a lot of forums with people that will help you to diagnose whatever problems you've got. Forums are the best. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I've got many more car videos, I've got bike videos, I've got list videos, I've got a build series on my 335i, I've got a lot of stuff on my channel. Go through it, check if there's something you like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers,